Hey everybody, Joel Pal Brian Hunt. Welcome to another episode of 60 Seconds of Risk. And if you've been watching my show, you must know this individual right next to me, Steven Paul. Good to see you again, sir.
Hello, everyone.
So we are here again. As you know, we've been sort of recording his growth of his firm for every quarter for about 2 years now, 3.
Yep.
And as you've known, he's now gotten to the point where he's expanded. We are actually not in his new store. We're in the actually empty store next to it, staging a lot of the property, the equipment, storage facility fixtures, because next door he's got a crew working on the facility which is going to be opening when, you think?
Optimistically by next Friday.
All right.
I should probably, since this isn't time-stamped,
That's fine.
November, what is that?
The Friday before Thanksgiving.
November 22nd,
Okay.
Roughly, hopefully before Thanksgiving.
Before Thanksgiving,
in
good.
2024, yes.
So unfortunately the crew's working, but I've seen it. It looks fantastic. So let's talk about the facility. Obviously it's bigger than what you've got.
Yeah, it's over twice the size.
So what are you able to do with that facility that you don't have the ability to do with your current facility?
Well, we're going to have a dedicated tasting area right as you walk in. We've got some really cool kind of antique pendant lights that we're going to have some wine barrels under so that we can bring tasters in. And
Nice.
We're working with our suppliers to get some really great point of sale collateral and things like that to really kind of move a step closer to that vision of having that distillery style environment.
Okay.
We're going to have a L-shaped retail checkout space. Right now we're going to have one point of sale terminal, but it is getting set up so that we can add a second point of sale terminal.
Yeah.
At some point we may build in a cigar humidor. We're still deciding on what to do with that.
Got it.
But the one thing that really distinguishes this space from our current space is its size. It is over twice the size. We are actually going to be able to have a back room so that we don't have overflow stock sitting on end caps or people tripping over it. It's like we're really trying to design it more like a high-end fashion boutique versus a local liquor store.
Yeah, and I can already tell, because the facility's bigger, you have the bigger storage refrigerator. But even the color scheme and what you've done to it, it just looks very appealing to come hang out.
Yeah, and and we did that by design. The color choice, there's a psychology to color. We chose colors that would make people feel at ease.
Yeah, it's very warm. It's very warm, comfortable. Yeah.
Comfortable. Yeah, you're not walking into a stark white environment with bright neon lights. As a matter of fact, the high bay lights that our contractors through GC picked out, I love them because they've got a beautiful black rim, so it blends into the dry fall in the ceiling. Mm-hmm. But they're adjustable, so we can change the brightness of the store. So it's not just fluorescent tubes just bombarding you with fluorescent artificial light.
and I think, which is kind of the evolution, I think I understand what your vision of this is. The first facility you got, like we talked, it was distressed asset. It was sort of like it was a fire sale, for lack of a better term. And it's in a growing area of South Arlington.
Yep.
But it's not necessarily surrounded by walkable residential area.
Yeah, the way zoning laws are in Arlington, it's like we can only put stores where it is zoned industrial, light industrial, or general commercial. It's like, so there's literally a strip mall complex I'm not even a half a mile north of our current store with a beautiful storefront that we would have loved to have moved into when we renegotiated our lease down there, but it's not zoned correctly, and that would have given us much more visibility, much more foot traffic.
And I think too, because here we're in Las Colinas, everybody, and we're in the business, not the residential area of Las Colinas around the lake. The Omni Hotel is right down the street, and there's lots of housing, lots of doors here, but there's very little of retail around here.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's like at any given hour you can see tons of people out here walking.
Yeah.
And I know since the location was a liquor store previously, it's like much of the community is like they're chomping at the bit. It's like, when are you going to open? I don't like driving to Total Wine. And I'm like,
that's the whole point. You want to walk someplace. It's walkable, but there's going to be places to walk to. So that's the whole point.
Exactly. Right? And with adding the second store, we're going to increase our economies of scale with purchasing power. So we'll be able to lower our cost of goods, which helps us increase profitability, which in turn also helps us go out and acquire new stores.
All right. So let's want to talk about new stores, but let's go back. So you've been at the old facility how long?
It'll be 2 years on the 28th.
2 years of trade. So financial metrics hitting what you want?
Year over year, we are still tracking up 25 to 30%. The last couple of months, a lot of new competitors have moved into the market, so we are seeing, it's weird, we're seeing a decrease in overall numbers, but we're holding steady in that we are seeing fewer customers, but we are seeing more high dollar tickets. So the demographics of our store is changing, which is kind of by design.
Yeah, because you want to be more of a boutique kind of thing, not a mass volume.
Yeah, it's like we don't play the volume game. We want to be more high touch, customer service. We've built a solid reputation with all of the bourbon hunters out there in terms of allocation, and that's really helped us rely on them to grow our everyday bourbon collection. So we've managed to bring in some really cool things based off of what our bourbon hunters have found out there in the wild.
Bourbon hunters, yeah, I remember that term. That's good. All right, so let's talk. So remember, you have a background in marketing.
Correct.
And you've been very avant-garde for use as far as content marketing, not only for Junos, but you also for your side hustle provide marketing as well.
Exactly.
So you've been on my show, the video show, but you've also been on other podcasts, correct? And so would you talk about the benefit of being in content marketing, because it seems like it's helped you maybe for the next stage?
Yeah, it's like, so thanks to your videos and this other podcast that we were on, we have garnered an interested investor, and we've been actively in negotiations for a rather large sum for them to come into the business as a 30% equity partner, which would allow us to potentially buy 3 more stores. And that 5-store goal has been a goal of ours for several years, because that's where we feel we hit critical mass, and then we become more attractive to banks and lenders to get debt equity, and then we can slow down the dilution of the existing shareholders.
Exactly. So you've been using the content market, get the word out, and as a result, someone's found an interest in your operation.
Exactly.
So that's fantastic. It goes to show the power of content marketing. So, so when do you think? So hopefully you're going to have something opening by Thanksgiving. Is there going to have a great opening coming in the future after the holidays? What's the plan?
Yeah, it's like, so the grand opening we're targeting either in January or February.
Okay.
Just because we want to one, get through the holidays, because that is the busiest time of year for a liquor store, as with most brick and mortar retail. But we also want to make sure that we're finding where the bottlenecks and policies are, or in processes, so that we can have those improved, so that when we do that grand opening experience,
makes sense.
It's a much smoother in process throughout, a better customer experience.
Awesome. So Steve Paul, thank you so much for your time. Come back for the next show, because the next show will be in the new facility. We'll get to show that to you. Like all things, guys, if this video has been of interest or the topic you like, please post a note or send me a message on LinkedIn if there's a certain individual or topic to follow. You can also subscribe and find this video, all my other shots with Steven Paul, and other videos on my YouTube channel. You can also find the links to this on the website, formerly known as Twitter, Substack, Facebook, and now Blue Sky. So until next time, guys, bye.
Thank you.